Hey, hello everyone. So now it's time to play with Vellum. So remember that here we have our sphere, our wrecking ball, our high-res wrecking ball, and here we have our top. So this is like if we check this with the merge, okay, we'll see the top and the bottom, okay? So let's create first a Vellum hair, okay? This is faster because we have the configuration of the hair, and a wire is gonna have the same behavior of hair, but we are gonna increase the parameters. So the constraint type is hair, and here we are gonna touch only like two parameters. First, the stretch stiffness, and the second is the band stiffness. So this is just for you, okay? You should like play with that values and enjoy your process. So then we're gonna create the attach Vellum stuff. So the first one is gonna be to ball. So we're gonna create the constraint type attached to geometry, and we're gonna say, okay, the geometry, so it's a point, and then which group we are working on. So we are working on the first point, so it's that one, so it's the bottom. Okay, so this is gonna go attach into the ball. So automatically Houdini is gonna attach this point into the closest geometry. So actually is the ball. Or here you can like put the target geometry, you can put a ball. But yeah, it's gonna do the same. Okay? So then we do the same, but for the top. Okay? We're gonna call it toTop, and we're gonna put the group type points, and the name, remember that it was last point. So, and here, as you can see, I just put box, and yeah, Houdini is gonna attach this point into the box. But if we don't put the box, it's gonna work too, because this is the closest geometry into that point. And here we're just gonna play with the stiffness. So once with this, we should like compute all this information. That's why we create the Vellum solver. So I like to put always two substeps in Vellum, just for start. And if you have watched some of my courses in Cloth or the App Pixar course, you will see that the constraints iterations, it's a parameter that we have to increase a lot, because if we leave a low value, we will achieve the result of a chewing gum, and this is a shit. So now if we put like a normal, just to recompute everything, this is already working. And you should know that in Vellum is creating a lot of attributes. If we check the spreadsheet, look how many attributes we have and how many attributes we don't need. So that's why we create an attribute delete to delete all of these, and we're gonna keep the position, the velocity, and the normals. So now you can cache this as I explained you, and as you can see, we have our cable here. So if you remember, the third input of the Vellum is always for colliders. So if you plug the third input, it's gonna transfer into the last Vellum solver, which is like kind of cool. And the second input, the pink one, is for the constraints. So finally we have our wire simulated, and as you can see, the behavior is like, you should remember that this wire is like holding a massive demolition ball. So the behavior should be like very strength, you know? So we can check the result. of the ball here, as you can see here, is working perfectly. So we will leave the chapter here, and in the next one we are gonna work into the line to make it as a polygon and render it. Cool, see ya!